Mama's House, MAMA is an acronym. It stands for My Own Movement Toward Achievement. And Mama's House is a safe house for women who have been victims of domestic violence and human sex trafficking. These are God's children that are being hurt by the hands of a man. And we are all into our own little lives, but you don't think about next door, that woman that's being beaten, or that child that's being molested, or that child that went to bed hungry. You don't think about that because you're living in your own little nice little world. So these are your neighbors. These are the kids that your kids go to school with. It could be anybody, you know, it could be me.
And then you just start running, and it's like you're running for your life. I want to be free, I want to be free, I want to do something.
Mama's House was open for about a year, and the Phoenix Vice Squad approached Mama's House about sex trafficking. And I'm like, what is that? So basically, these are young girls who have been trafficked by pimps from state to state to perform as a prostitute. We get those women like directly from them. It's like an emergency situation. A young girl who was probably molested at a very young age thinks nothing of her body, so it's nothing for her to go out there and sell her body. We say that Mama's House is a place where you feel, you deal, and you heal. You deal with whatever you have gone through in life and understand that that's behind you. That's no longer a part of who you are. It does not define who you're going to be in the future.
Self-love is important. And if no one shows you love, then you don't know what it looks like. You know what I mean? But once you discover that you can love yourself.
Hey, I like this. I am somebody. I'm not this crazy person. I can be somebody. I can live on life terms.
When she walks through the doors of Mama's House, I wanted to create a living facility where they were proud to walk through the door and say, I live here. They take pride in it. So when they leave, they aspire to have more.
When we're come from abuse, we are so bound down to where we forget how to start beautifying ourselves. Yeah. So it teaches us how, from the top of our head to the sole of our feet, how to be a woman.
People ask me, well, what's your success rate? I say 100%. Because when a woman leaves an abusive relationship and she walks through the doors of Mama's House, that within itself is an accomplishment.
I get to get myself back and get back on track and learn how to be in a better environment, a real environment, as for when you're in a terrible situation to where you don't know how to actually really live.
That's correct.
I'm thankful for the men that God has brought to Mama's House. Real men build up, not tear down. A godly man knows that it's wrong for a man to treat a woman like that.
For all the women who will come through the doors of Mama's House, and for all the women who have been through the doors of Mama's House, and not only them, but for us as well, because we're all free to laugh. And that's what life is about. It's about loving, giving, and giving of yourself, and enjoying it while you're doing it.
We need money. Everybody here at Mama's House volunteers their time. I haven't had a salary in 6 years. But we need more angels. We need more people to understand that this is your problem. I guarantee you, once you really understand what the sex trafficking is all about, every young girl you look at, you will look at differently. I believe that when we all take responsibility for what we're here to do, then we won't have these problems. We won't have a young girl going out selling her body because she'll have a father to teach her that a man is to love you and respect you and not put his hands on you. She'll have a father that won't be molesting her. He'll teach her that you're beautiful no matter what anyone says. He'll teach her to love herself. You know, if we all stand up and take responsibility and embrace places like Mama's House, that we will see a better life for all.